All right, y'all. Y'all already know one thing about me. I'm going to always have smoke for the Democrats. Smoke for Republicans is always a given. But some people always act like these Democrats are Power Rangers or something and that they're here to save the day. And I'm always like, okay, so what evidence do y'all have to back that up? Because they be leaving y'all high and dry every time.
This ain't the only pussy holy worship me, yeah, you could blow me. I ain't the only, you so lonely, insecure, they don't control me.
All right, so what started me wanting to make this video was, seeing that Trump was delivering his address to a joint session of Congress and like the Democratic response, right? So Trump delivered his address. It was almost like 100 minutes long. It was full of the same kind of garbage that you might imagine, right? But I want to talk, like I said, about how corny I thought the Democratic response is, always is, was, I don't know, whatever tense you want to use, it applies because they ain't changing. Now, first of all, the fact that y'all were even at Trump's address says a lot. Y'all didn't have to show up. Period. Holding up these false signs instead of just not showing up, but listen, a lot of these politicians are more worried about decorum. They're more worried about tradition than literally anything else. Okay. And what's more than that is that a lot of them want to feel like they need to actually put on a show for the cameras, because how else can they, grab people's attention with this pandering? How else can they try and use all this stuff, use all the media attention, use all the headlines to try and run for office, to try and get reelected, whatever? Like, this is all going in their performance portfolio, right? Because you holding up false signs. I love this tweet because it says, "This is the Dems' big protest against fascists ripping the copper wiring out of the country and decimating. It's wild that there are adults who believe the Democrats are going to save them. They sit down there. Look at them. Look at them. Mean mugging in the camera like they actually doing something. Like, oh, you think the Republicans scared of this? What are y'all doing? I don't want to see y'all on TikTok. I don't want to see y'all on my selfies and stuff dancing on TikTok. Look at this. To not like us. I don't care. I don't care. Trump up there talking about dismantling, abolishing the Department of Education. Over here, y'all talking about, choose your fighter. Y'all making TikToks, AOC, I'm singing. It's just like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And see, this is the exact reason why I found it so crazy that people were so mad at other people were criticizing the Democrats while, the election was going on. Listen, those of us who were critiquing the Democrats, during the election, knew that this was going to happen, knew that this was how they're going to act and behave in the face of fascism, in the face of like all these Nazis popping up, that they were going to smile in y'all face, or mean mug in y'all face, I guess. Mean mug in y'all face, do a couple dances on TikTok, hold up a sign that says false, and then go home and really think that they did something, bro. And so anytime people say, oh, well, this is what y'all wanted, no, what we're saying is that while the Democrats held power and office, they did absolutely nothing substantial to stave this off, because they would rather business as usual, decorum, all that stuff before shaking stuff up. And we ain't even talk about their donors, right? So we knew this was, if they acted like they didn't have spines when they held office, when they held power, what made y'all think that they were going to suddenly rise to the occasion when they didn't? Girl! And here they come. They singing, "We shall overcome."
The House had come to order. The House had come to order.
We shall overcome. In the middle of the place right here. I guess after Al Green, the congressman who represents Texas, whatever, heckled Trump about Medicaid during Trump's address, and he walked out. He got censored. Apparently, this was the vote for it to happen. The House of Representatives held a vote on March 6th, obviously, resulting in a censure resolution passed by a vote of 224 to 198. And notably, 10 Democrats joined Republicans. Do you hear what I'm saying? How often do you hear Republicans join the Democrats? Democrats joined Republicans in supporting the censure. And then on top of that, 2 voted president, almost like, I'm not gonna vote. So what I'm getting here is that Al Green, who didn't even have to show up to Trump's speech in the first place, didn't even have to show up, all right? Went on there, did like many politicians did a whole performance in front of Trump, got kicked out, and then even some of his own party voted for his censure. What makes y'all think that the Democratic Party gonna save y'all? And on top of that, it should be so deeply offensive to y'all that the American government is singing "We Shall Overcome" to itself. It should be so offensive to you, especially if black people. The American government is singing "We Shall Overcome" to the American government. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Do you hear what I'm saying to you? The American government is singing "We Shall Overcome" to the American government while deliberately and purposefully holding back the things that we as citizens need. And they're doing this either to satisfy the people who fund them, both on the left and the right, whatever. They're doing it to hold on to decorum, to hold on to things as usual, and we can't disturb the peace. Like whatever reason they're doing it, it's like y'all don't think that's spitting in your ancestors' faces for them to be up there, the American government to be singing "We Shall Overcome" to itself? You know what I mean? I just feel like that's spitting in black ancestors' faces. They were the ones who were not sitting on the controls of the most powerful country on the planet, acting like they couldn't do anything. They were the ones who weren't sitting in the government of the richest country in the world, and they were the ones who actually had to overcome something. What are y'all talking about? It's the same feeling I felt when y'all was over here and the kids say clock. Like, this should be so deeply disrespectful and offensive to people to the point where y'all should not be all rah-rah getting in people's faces when they critique the Democrats. 100%. The Democrats should be in here like this. These are pictures of the Serbian parliament. I don't know why they went crazy. I don't know what's going on in there. But we need people like that in government, because look at the kinds of things that we're facing. In a recent Supreme Court ruling, the justices decided that the EPA does not have authority to set broad, vague rules about water quality for sewage discharges. What this means is that it could be easier, based off of what the ruling of the Supreme Court is, it could be easier for cities and companies to discharge sewage or wastewaters into bodies of water without meeting strict environmental standards. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is that we got a government who's over here allowing people to drink poo, to have sewage in their water. And in response to all of this going on, you have Democrats sitting in the front raising a false sign. What is that going to do? I'm going to need people who's going to actually light it up like this. Like this. You drinking poo. You're drinking poop. You're drinking poop. And you're mad at me for saying, oh, we need people who are going to fight this harder than this. Look at this. And then the people who, they can't stop licking Democrats' boots, right? They will bring up these barriers that are in the way, preventing Democrats from doing what they're supposedly trying to get done. Oh my God, y'all are so mad at the Democrats. This is what they be talking about. Oh my God, y'all so mad at the Democrats, but there's so many rules, there's so many, things, processes, checks and balances, and they can't just overstep. But the truth is, you want to know what the truth is? Democrats don't want to get anything done. Who is funding them, especially during elections? Look at that. If whoever's funding them don't want things to happen, it's not going to, period. Democrats don't want to get things done because Republicans literally catapult. They leap over every barrier, the same exact barriers that y'all claim blocks the Dems. The Republicans smash through every barrier that the Democrats look at a brick wall and be, oh my gosh, I guess we can't surpass it. The Republicans, all right, people, they smash right through that stuff. So I don't want to hear it. That's why the Dems lost the election. They're putting up a candidate that their own advisors that their own advisors and consultants said wasn't going to win, but they still pushed anyway. We got Dems dancing while people are hungry and tired and people got low wages and high rent and healthcare is messed up, while Dems were wearing kente cloth. Republicans were literally constructing Project 2025. Are these kinds of Dems, are these kind of politicians, these non-warriors, these non-fighters, these panderers, are these the type of people that you want to go up against an organization as vicious as the far right? We could do better than that. And that's all I was saying. That's all people who were critiquing the Dems were saying. If these idiots know that they'll always get our votes because there's something supposedly worse on the other side just waiting to eat us up, then they're never going to improve themselves or change because they always know they're going to get our votes. These people are insulated by the protection of being a politician, by being politicians. They are performers, girl. Also, people are seeing how Trump wants to finish the destruction of Gaza. And they're trying to act like Kamala would have been doing something different. And I'm just like, girl, just like the Biden administration, the Kamala administration would have found reasons to keep dropping bombs, girl. She kept repeating the mantra of U.S.'s, foreign policy that Israel has the right to defend itself, even though it's an oppressor. So it's just delusional to think that the woman who worked for the administration that dropped the bombs was suddenly gonna get the Iron Throne and stop the bomb dropping. Y'all are delusional. It's delusional, okay? So, I mean, every time I see that Trump done picked up a lightsaber and slashed somebody up, every time I see that he done picked up the Death Star and destroyed another planet, here come the Democrats talking about, oh, that's against the Constitution, right? Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to go do a TikTok. Like, okay, girl, get off the battlefield, girl. Get off the battlefield. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all waiting on y'all donors to say, jump so you can say how high. Like, girl, everybody losing rights. I don't care what y'all saying. I think, even though people may not, see it this way, I think that the Democratic response is a perfect example as to why. Democratic response to the joint sessions is a perfect example as to, why they didn't get elected, why people doubted them in the first place. And it demonstrates exactly the kind of things they would be doing if they were in power, the same things that they did in the last administration, girl. Absolutely. For the American people as a whole, we still struggling. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. Please let me know what you think of this in the comments, because I was just like, they are really doing TikToks and people worrying about how they gonna pay their rent and Medicaid and healthcare and all this stuff. I hate to see it. Anyway, love y'all so much, and make sure you have a good evening.
This ain't the only